These should be enough. Let's head back.
Help! Help!
Did you hear that? Someone's calling for help. It's coming from over the... Are you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe? That was scary. Well, greetings, everyone. My name is Yao Yao. Whoa. She's so... My name's Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
I'm Dvorak. I came through Stone Gate, intending to head towards Lee. Just now, I was so mesmerized by the...
It's all right, Mr. Dvorak. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means next time you're exploring, as long as you watch your step.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, are you...
Oh,
Please, sir, it's quite all right. I expect you still... I still have some... what a duck! Mmm, so tasty. If having a healthy appetite is a... Hope you're taking notes. What do you think, sir?
No, they're perfect. When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. As for Fontaine's cooking, though...
Sounds like you spend a lot of time...
I do. It's part of my job.
Iridescence tour?
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals. At least, all the main organized. It's a long story, so I'll spare you the detail.
Well, what...
Let me see. Well...
Oh, I love... We want...
Okay. Then the story goes that my ancestor, who was also... They say it was the most beautiful, even in that life and death moment. When he finally came to, he found that he had... Once she saw that he was no longer... My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although in the end, once he returned to Fontaine, after generations of retelling, and the stories become something of a look. People now say that if you go...
Wow!
Well, yes. As it stands now, I wanted to find out the truth. Of course, there's no way of knowing. I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as...
Well, I haven't lived half of a mile. Paimon, it's like... Paimon would definitely... Oh, so you finally found...
Yes, in fact, I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song, so I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the... A friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding... Right? You get...
Are you... Rex Lapis has... Don't worry, Yao Yao. And anyway, you only got...
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend...
Oh, dear. Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know very many people, so I can't help you out. If you've been scammed, they'll help you get your Mara back. And if the wind was telling...
But you've already helped me so much.
Well, I was going to take some new medicinal herbs. You know what? It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too.
All right. Well, my sincere thanks to you.
Okay, everyone. Please... Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job.
Wow, Liyue Harbor looks very different from what... It's almost as if I'm listening...
Well, we are here during Lantern Ride after all. It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks...
Great! Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking. Smiles and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious. I can almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
I'm glad that you're enjoying...
everyone! Fancy meeting you!
Hello, Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends.
Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak, right?
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour,
Feels like I've been chasing this Iridescence Tour bandwagon halfway around the world.
I'm so sorry, Xinyan. We've had a string of terrible luck recently.
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped. So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway?
A Lantern Rite Music Festival? Yes, please!
No, I'm actually here
Oh, so no Lantern Rite Music Fest?
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel.
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Chichi. Uh-huh, that's right.
You mean...
This is the perfect opportunity! Oh, sure, that's the spirit! As for the performers, my friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer.
But what about you, Xinyan?
If we actually manage to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rite...
Wow!
What do you say, Mr. Dvorak?
Okay, but the opening act is not something to be chosen lightly, Xinyan. I will judge your work by this.
Are you kidding? I thought, guess my shopping time's getting cut short. I'm gonna yow. If you run into your senior on the way to the Qixing,
Okay, I promise I will. Good luck. You've got this, Xinyan! So about the senior of yours Xinyan mentioned just now, is that anyone we know? Yes, it's Xiangling. She's meant... Xiangling's always thinking about cooking. Whenever she gets scrapes or burns, she just leaves them to heal by themselves. She definitely needs someone around her to look after her. I know you must have... Breathtaking. Oh, it's Master! Is it okay if I go and say hi to her?
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. Not.
I haven't seen you in days, Master! I've missed you.
Oh, bless you, Yao Yao. You do say the sweetest... Ah, look who it is. Visiting friends during the Lantern Rite, are we?
You're half right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak.
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine, and...
Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super famous music...
Oh, an old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say?
Oh, right! Madam Ping, how would you feel about that? You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural traditions. For example, do you think it might be a bit too modern, or...
Why, not at all. Music pays homage to history and culture. Times change, and the music enjoyed by the youngsters of today. And so, I look forward to it immensely.
Hear, hear. I do believe that. My own dear grandma...
Goodness gracious, you're all being suspicious.
Master, you're in such a great mood today. You're...
Oh, well, I'm sure you must have plenty to be getting on with, yes?
Thanks, Madam Ping. We'll see you again soon.
And when you meet with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not an excuse to procrastinate their—
Understood, Miss Ganyu. I'll take—
Ganyu!
What brings you here?
I've brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well. Also, these I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but—
Well, this is weird. It's like a responsible younger sister talking—
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is— Oh, my apologies. I don't believe—
Paimon will do— What's wrong? It's definitely an ambitious plan. If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Oh?
Well, the Lantern Rite is the most— The Iridescence Tour is— It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on the—
All very valid.
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program. Some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue— Yes, my thoughts precisely. Now I just need to take some time, as long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons. Mr. Dvorak, I will need to discuss with you the number of musicians who will be coming—
Oh, yes, certainly. Let's step to the side.
As soon as there's work to do,
I couldn't agree more. Master once said that everyone has things that they are good at and things that they are allowed. I'm good at taking care of people, so—
Wow. Hey, Yo-Yo, can you take care of Paimon too? Paimon's getting hungry again.
I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let— Apart from lotus flower crisps, what else do you like?
Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slimes.
Here—
No, this is excellent. I'm racking my brains, but I don't think you've missed a single thing.
Perfect. Then we'll leave it as is. I'll go make an official copy. Oh, perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our discussion here. Not at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform— Yao, thank you for bringing my herbs.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu. You mustn't just choose—
I will.
Okay, I should be getting back. If Yo-Yo— Everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so don't worry. And in—
Thank you, Yao Yao. Happy Lantern Rite to you, too.
We should go get dinner together sometime!
Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working with Mr. Dvorak on behalf of the Qixing to facilitate the organization.
Yay! That's awesome!
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with matters such as these. On a more personal note, I am an avid— As such, it is my privilege to work with you on this exciting
Thank you so much, Keqing. I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and was expecting this— Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this going so smoothly. Right. Time for me to call in the performers. To stage a concert at a—
Yes! Our music band's finally getting fired up!
Yes, indeed. I know it. For a musician, music will always— Oh, that. That can wait for another time.
Oh.
Ganyu? What's wrong?
They told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation, but I was so engrossed in—
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't worry about me, God.
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts. To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I know how important your quest to get in touch with—
Did you say the Adepti? Are you telling me all the rumors of the—
You bet they're real! Trying to track them down is tough, though. Like Julian
Yes. Anyway, if you're looking to uncover a lost melody, but if it's a person you're looking for, then I just might be able to help.
I see. I think I understand the situation.
Yes, that was also my thought.
Great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. How's your workload at the moment?
I can probably get through
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't... Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their...
Somehow that does not sound persuasive coming from Kuching.
Be it but 3 moons from... Even I...
In that case, 3 days.
Alright, I can work with that.
If you have the time, would you join me for this? You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel much more at ease with your company. Okay, then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Watch this space, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You're all so helpful and kind. I really...
Just think. Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and got them to come to the performance. Wouldn't that be amazing? It'd be such a happy reunion. And that's exactly what this festival's all about.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out all the stops to make this lantern ride a true extravaganza.
We should probably get going. Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming too!
I was wondering, what are your thoughts on music? What does it mean to you?
Music sounds nice?
Let's revisit this question after the concert.
Lady Yuhang?
Baiwen, what is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence. I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast, but I'm worried that if we don't act...
I understand. In that case,
Yeah, Kuching. You're busy enough as... Leave it to us! Don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll definitely be able to handle it.
With the Traveler on the case, it's as good as dealt with. Thank you. This will be a great help. I will...
Will do! And say hi to Ningguang for us!
you have my thanks too.
Good luck.
She said she'll reach out to the Yunhan then I'll arrange for a...
Many thanks, Kuching. You know, but now, having seen Kuching in action,
You're too kind, Mr. Dvorak.
But Paimon doesn't hear anything. There doesn't seem to be...
I was just wondering who in their right mind would come up.
Paimon! How'd you sneak up on us like that? You're nearly...
You look pretty alive to me. Can't have...
Fair enough.
Ah, you're here for that too? Come with me. I've already reconned the perimeters.
The stuff... completely The doors and the windows are all fine. How strange. It looks like it's been looted, except for the bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone.
Seems you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, any theories?
Yaylon, you didn't...
Why would I make this more difficult for you?
Okay, well...
What about you? Give up as well? Yep. It's not obvious at first sight. To be honest, I was only able to put it all together a long time ago. There used to be but it wasn't a rallying cry to rouse their fellow men to escape with their lives. The villagers would the bandits were eventually brought to justice whenever they heard that melody. The culprit of this crime exploited that very fear to get access.
That's quite the story.
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least the important thing now is to find this copycat. On any other day, that'd probably be a good idea. Unfortunate. Take a look around and you'll see what I mean. Not only did they stay off the muddy, unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
So basically, if we want to find the culprit, we just need to follow Yaylon.
As long as you can keep up. Since the culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk. Here, look at this. These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed in the right direction. Their pace has increased. Normally, people carrying a heavy load slow down as their journey goes on and they start to tire. Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the home stretch. Come on.
Hey! Who are you? Where did you come from?
The evidence is conclusive. Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you. My patient—
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
Perhaps not, but you should be.
Curses. Seems like you're not all talk after all. There's no going back now. Better up my game. Mercy! Have mercy!
Oh, it's a little late for that. I've come this far, I might as well finish the job.
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do—
Tell us everything. You have one chance. And I'm warning you. Don't make me ask twice.
I won't, I swear! You know, so... lantern right. I know I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience.
Wow, you're really going to...
No, not at all. I'm just...
Okay. Continue.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do. And eventually, I remember the tune, so I... But they did. And they just left all their stuff right there. It was completely wrong of me. I know that now.
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some...
Yes?
You know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity. You'll have to take a walk with me. Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can...
Yes, ma'am!
You know, as a former does your greed matter more to you than your...
You mean...
That's enough hints for you. There's not much left to wrap up, so I'll take it from here. Guess this is where I'll say goodbye.
What is it? Is there something else?
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information, so play it safe when you get back. Don't mention You helped a lot with the investigation and arrest anyway, so see you when I see you. And happy Lantern Rite.
Leon's such a pro at this. Whoosh! Random event. Although, it's kind of a shame that we never... Cause Paimon's curious, that's why. It's like when you have a... When we were chatting with Mr. Dvorak, music seemed like such a positive thing. And most music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzz. Paimon never imagined that music could be used. Oh, really? Huh. Makes sense. Paimon's musical understanding improves again! Well, anyway, now that everything's... Byron, we're back! Everything's all sorted!
That's great news! Oh.
My greetings to both of you. Long time no see.
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known...
On the contrary, I think it... Alas, on a different day, I would invite both of you in... But you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no... Once the performance itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the Iridescence Tour for a discussion on... Simply put, there...
Whoa.
Well, we can discuss more current affairs if you'd prefer. I trust you saw this year's Mingxiao lantern at the docks when you arrived at the city?
Yeah, it looked like...
Sea Gazer. I believe you're familiar with the name. Legend holds that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People described him as a cheerful soul and a loyal friend. On this marvelous lantern rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home. If the sound of music can flow like the rivers and streams into every corner of the land, perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us will...
Oh, they're gonna love them! Paimon's sure of it! At least, if the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adepti and heroes of the past...
Well, let's hope so. I heard that you'll be going on a search with Ganyu to find the descendants of a fair... I'm sure this quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale.
inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains.
Looks like it's about time.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. What time?
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music, but the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an adeptus.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit... Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think... Ooh, like a crystal fly's wings? That would be... Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining.
Well, what if this adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying... She was probably thinking something like...
That was actually a very good impression. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. If we set off now, you'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can... I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by...
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However... Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that... Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts. Traveler? Paimon?
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer... Wait, did she leave?
I can't believe it.
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her. True. Now that I think about it, since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all—
Uh-oh. Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that we can't hear any music right now, but—
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the Traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue! You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock! Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there. Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
What is going on?
How do you feel right now? Shenhe!
Why don't you say something? Okay, fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus.
Okay, no way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how up.
Glad you're okay. As far as I know, your actions here caused others—
As ever, the conqueror of— Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any I had planned to spend the— Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last? Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was— so we just missed her. Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift— Sure. Thank you.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continued to train with Master. Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as— sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people, sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything. Oh, is that what it is? Noted. So, you came looking for math—
Yep. Oh, speaking of that—
Music?
It's—
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't miss her again.
Yay! That's—
We were just talking about this thing called music.
Oh, really?
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music. The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams.
Oh! Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What were...
And a melody...
Hey! Don't you patronize Paimon! Hey! Why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
Oh, was that from the opera?
Mm-hmm. That was a melody.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our hearts. As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warmth when you hummed that melody just now. Feelings from a whole year ago.
Wow, Shenhe. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like... What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that...
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any I know some local folk songs. And a few other things. The songs of the sailors down at the docks. The little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops. The tunes of folk artists performing on the streets. Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those, Nenny and Liu probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with at least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, in that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress.
Yes, I am. Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the... Thank you. Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. I've planted many types of... you are nonsense. I have cultivated and cared for the flower. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on... Then, thank you in advance. Do people say that?
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does it...
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminate...
Master. Our greetings,
there it is! The
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it, rather than she. Even one has received your message from Ganyu. Well, shall one lead the way?
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savor.
If you want to release a Shaolan, thank you,
Is this... Quaily Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her? Guizhong is another name of Hagentus. Long ago, this region Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table.
Paimon remembers that?
He was an old friend. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither as Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishment. His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were—
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred...
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would break... She always sought to make everyone happy. And one must say, she had... It also helped that she... Anyway, who would dare snub the Stove God and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him... Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup? Precisely. So, as you can see, even one as great as Rex Lapis was not... Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, each of those old fossils had their character flaws and point. We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains, until the moon set and the streetward rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The
Streetward rambler?
That would be Ping.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is a lovely story, or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she,
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here, one should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment. No matter, one will share the whole story with you now. In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's Obscuro Vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul. An emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetward Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetward Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's... everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature. and has never relished socializing.
What? You have loads of friends!
Just because one is not ignorant of but in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rat. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete. That cleansing bell was one of Gui Zhang's proudest works.
Wait, that's weird. And she also said something about being a vain...
Streetward Rambler. A vain... That bell, as for her old... As soon as Streetward Rambler heard... After all, we all have known each other...
Whoa! So they were...
Enough of your... The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art. But Streetward Rambler did not acquire... The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Gui Zhang's passing... Once upon a time, Streetward Rambler also... Music would go from many years past before she finally composed a melody, which brings one back to the...
But if she was so happy with the melody...
One was also greatly perplexed by this. In response, she said, though the strings that played that melody survive...
Aw, poor Madame Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once, although I met Gui Zhang a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Gui Zhang was quite the visionary. But tragically, had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories too. As of now, do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us...
If I may be so bold...
Oh?
I've been in Liyue Harbor for... But this doesn't bring the city or its people to us. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand. Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, the harbor of no loss can ever be undone. But there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on, because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping.
Is not every Lantern Rite the same in this regard?
I disagree. Each new day and each new year...
Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her... Once the Guili assembly... Now, say, if we planted flowers there, and cared for them...
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to...
What?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
What a sorry sight.
Whoa, Madam Ping.
It appears you made haste after...
Oh, bless...
Miss Illuminate...
Said what, precise?
Cuz you're the one who's new...
Street word.
Oh, Cloud...
One, given that Lantern Rite is...
Huh? So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak. Cloud Retainer informed us that...
Let me think. What a long time ago that was. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that...
Who's...
We like to call her Guizhong. After all, although Guizhong did not live...
so...
Once upon a time, she said, but as she interacted, she marveled at the beautiful complexity of this spirit. She told us, with the smallest amount of guidance, and a human who has reached their...
She always had a way with words, that her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember...
Of course. Guizhong and One both put in a...
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass. When I see the sight...
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Of all of us. If she would...
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound...
Oh, yeah! We've been dying to ask. Oh, also, with you being...
I can make arrangements...
Oh, it's been a long time, and... Whenever I played, there was a period of time whenever I started strumming. It almost felt like no matter how much time goes by...
So the past...
Oh, I would be but that is not to say that despite this, just look at this potted plant.
It takes an honest and open mind.
Be that as it may,
Well...
Granny! Whoa, what's everyone doing here?
And now we've spooked...
Oh? Well, in that case, Happy
Lantern Rite. Oh! I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your...
Huh?
It seems Ganyu's...
What a pity. She has...
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer...
Gladly.
When you next see the Fontaine musician...
You got it, Madam Pig!
Thank you all. As for that melody,
Wow! That...
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among...
Alright, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news!
Peaceful neighborhood.
Welcome back. Did everything go...
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
I see. That certainly explains why it was such...
Huh. That's a really interesting...
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the...
Oh, Paimon knows but Streetward Rambler? Or...
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge.
Yep. Kuching summed it up...
I think... that can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to...
Speaking of, Madam Ping, Paimon has a sneaking
Wait, are you Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay, nope, another rehearsal's in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't even... Before we set off on our search with Ganyu...
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, it can make people and music is, like...
It sounds like you had an event.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry it?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
That Paimon feels like she's forgetting some... shoot! Latent... Wait, no, Zhangli said he wasn't in a... Anyway, even if we... Anyway...
All right, let's take a break.
Oh wow, look who it is! So you're just casually practicing your rapping?
After everything we've been through, we have all this open space.
Invisible.
Gotta say, it took me a... Come on, knock...
What's wrong? There once was a fontaine. With my words, Xinyan will take the stage by storm with...
For sure! The whole dance floor will be yelling...
No, don't you worry about that.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to try...
Oh, Zhongli. It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for...
Yeah, that's right. To tell the truth, though.
Well, now you know. I can speak to that.
And jumps.
Actually, Xinyan...
Oh, sure thing.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message. You should join us, too.
A familiar face. Have you come?
Everything's great, but you know...
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount...
Zhongli! Here you are!
Impeccable Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow cooked.
Wait.
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly...
Can we not just call it a cook? She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so...
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking. Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try...
Oh, Zhongli! Huta told us to tell you something. She said it's up to him whether he wants to support it. When she says performance, she must... As for the banquet...
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with... As for the banquet... Since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you...
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup.
Thank you. The appearance is exquisite. And the aroma, since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hutao, and this is a little something called...
The Flame Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Shao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary! One shall fashion for you a Shao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.